guys, it's Mrs. Warner. Welcome on your Monday or Tuesday, depending on what day you're watching this. If it's Monday, I'm not in class today because I'm over at West doing some geometry. But here's what we have today. We're going to add and subtract polynomials. New chapter. I can't wait. So before we do anything, we probably need to go over some vocab in case it's a little rusty with you. First thing we're going to look at is the whole thing moved. What is a monomial? So a monomial, for example, would be like 5x or 6x to the third. 5x consists of a constant, which has a 5, and a variable, which is x. Same thing with 6x to the third. 6 is our constant or our leading coefficient, and the x to the third is our variable there. Now, what if someone said to you, what is a monomial? A monomial is just a single term. So a monomial is one term. Monomial, one term. What if someone said, hey, what is the degree of the monomial? It's the sum of all your exponents of your variables. Okay, so the first one's kind of boring. If we had 5x, it would just be 1 because it's x to the first. 6x to the third is 3. But what if we got crazy and made our monomial full of x's and y's? Then we would just take our exponents and add them up. So squared and a third adds to 5. So the degree of this monomial, 4x squared, y to the third, is 5. A binomial has two terms with it, and a trinomial is going to have 3 terms with it. But what if it has more than 3 terms or gets just crazy? As long as it has more than one term, we call those things polynomials. So binomials and trinomials are specific polynomials. Polynomials are made up of more than one term. So this polynomial is 3x squared plus 6x plus 2. And if you were looking to find the degree of the polynomial, it's the highest power of the variable, if there's only one variable there. In this case, our highest power is going to be 2. Or if it's made up of monomials, it's the sum of all your monomials. Now, say you were going to write something in standard form. That's generally the way we'll see a polynomial written. You're going to write your terms in order from highest degree to lowest degree. So for example, if we look over here at 8y to the third plus 10 minus 4y plus 3y to the fifth. This is not in standard form because it's not going in order of their powers from highest degree to lowest degree. So it needs to be rewritten so it's 3y to the fifth, because 5 is the highest power, plus 8y to the third minus 4y plus 10. Our degree here is 5, and this has 4 terms, so we would classify this as a polynomial. Okay, excellent job, people. Now we know monomials, polynomials, how to find the degrees, and how to write them in standard form. And fancy polynomial names are monomials, 1 term, binomials, 2 terms, and trinomials, 3 terms. Let's move on to actually adding some polynomials. So when adding, you're going to combine coefficients of like terms, but don't change the exponents. So the exponents are not going to change their power. If it's a w to the third, like in this first example here, it's going to stay a w to the third when you combine it with this w to the third. So if you take the 3w to the third, it would combine to w to the third, and that would give us 4w to the third. Likewise, I'm going to take my negative 3w squared and put it with 5w squared. 5 take away 3 is 2. And then 7, I should probably put this 2W next because remember, they have to go in order from highest down to lowest. And then the 7 goes with -4 and makes 3 at the end. Okay, let's keep going. If we want to subtract polynomials, we're going to combine the coefficients of like terms again. Don't change the exponents, except you have to distribute the negative. So in this example here, I'm going to keep these guys the same from that first set of parentheses, but the second set of parentheses, that negative has to distribute. So I have -5a squared minus 2a. Double negative is going to turn that into a +4 in the back. When I combine up my like terms there, 3a squared minus 5a squared gives me -2a squared. -2a and -2a, -4a, and 7 and 4 add to 11. Okay, so don't forget when you're subtracting, you have to distribute that negative all the way through. Let's look at a couple examples here. This is just adding in the middle. So I'm going to combine up my like terms. I should get 3b squared. Remember, don't change the exponents. -5 and -1 make -6. And -7 minus 4 is -11 on there. Let's look at this number 2. On this number 2, I need to distribute first. So now it's 6c squared plus 15c. Then over here, it's just plus 4c plus 5c squared minus 10. I'm going to put this 4c to the third first because it's the highest exponent. I'm going to take -6c squared and add 5c squared to get 11c squared. Then I'm going to put my 15c next. And then -10 goes in the back on there. Okay, so excellent. Adding and subtracting, you add the coefficients, and then don't change the exponents on the problem. Okay, I think you're all set. You're going to turn your note packet to the next page. There are 6 questions there. You're going to do those 6 questions in a Go formative, and then you also have a Delta Math. I can't wait. The Go formative is actually going to close you out during the class block, and the Delta Math is due before your next block on Wednesday. You can do it, folks. Fantastic. Enjoy and have a great day, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when you're watching this. Bye now. Bye-bye. Let me see. Oops. How do I turn this off?